We got some takes.
I am him.
Cut it out! It ain't funny!
Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel.
We do have a video of him with his nips out.
Yeah, my picks have been shit this year.
Changing it. Oh, he's taking it off. What's up, everybody? Welcome into this edition of From the 50 Sunday Live Show for Week 7 of the NFL. We're live from the St. Louis, Missouri studios. We got TJ Weber, we got Big Web, and we got the great Zach Zook. Zook, how we doing? Big Web, how we doing?
Zach, you first.
There's too much light and too much noise.
Yeah, a little hungover this morning, are you, Zook?
Yeah, we did a little Halloween party last night. You know, me and the wife, and actually Nick as well tagged along with us. I was dressed up as Tiger Woods.
That's great to hear.
My wife did a DIY like Masters like caddy, you know,
Yeah,
like
sure.
outfit. So
Nice.
yeah, I think it was like 5:15. I finally fell asleep, so it's pretty brutal.
I mean, that's just dedication to the show right there is
Hey,
what it is.
Absolutely.
You know what my mom used to tell me growing up. She said if you want to stay up with the big dogs, you got to get up with them too. So
There you go.
So here I am. I'm here. I care about you, audience. We got the Gatorade on deck. I got some agua off screen. We're gonna manage, and we're gonna be okay. And we're gonna give out some fucking winners today.
I like it.
We got him. We got him. That's why we started the show at 10:30, by the way, to give you 2 more hours sleep. Man. I'm telling you right now.
Right, that's why we knew Zook and his drinking. You know, you got to give him some time to get through that hangover a little bit.
I'll tell you what,
Oh,
buddy.
the alarm is like 9:45. We just roll out and do it live.
Today we're like a shave with a sharp razor. No nicks.
Oh, wow. There you go. There you go. All right. So you guys can get involved from the50.com, from the50.com here on TikTok, YouTube as well. We're live. You can find all of our links on fromthe50.com. Big Web, how are you doing? I didn't really get to, I kind of skipped over you there.
I'm well, buddy. I'm well. We got to take care of Zook's hangover first. I get that.
Yeah,
I
sure.
get that. No, everything's good, man. Boy, do I got a prognostication today.
Wow. I'm excited about it.
I'm excited about it, too. As a matter of fact, I'm predicting something that's going to happen during the show today.
Okay.
And I was going to put it in an envelope and then have you open it at the end of the show, but I'm going to text it to Zook right now because I think it's really going to happen. We'll check the text later.
This is a prediction on what one of us do?
What one of us do on the show today.
Interesting. Now, did you already, is this a
Well, you're
picks-related
technically
thing?
one of us.
This
So.
is a picks-related thing.
And it's not you you're talking about.
It's not me.
So here's the problem. Do you have access to the whole spreadsheet? Because then it's.
I do not.
Okay. Well, you
I
see the
do- I
text
don't-
line.
I
We
do
text
not-
the picks.
I do not pay
Yeah, I don't know
that.
what I don't know what you're teeing up here.
I do not pay that close enough
I'm a little
attention.
worried. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a little
Texting
worried.
Zook right now.
Well,
All right.
yeah.
I'll see how that goes. By the way, Zook, big announcement on the Weber Bets front today. The touchdown, tight end touchdown parlay is back, ladies and gentlemen. It is back today, officially. Yes. And it is National Tight Ends Day, so perfect day to bring
That
it
is
back.
perfect.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Detroit Lions scoring on the ground.
No, it's gone.
It did-
Dunzo.
What happened?
Last week.
Yeah,
no.
we had to put that to bed. I
My-
saw that.
Yeah, it was. I had a nice meme of Woody in Toy Story 3 saying "So long, partner," and it was Andy walking away, and I put the bet over the top.
It was
of
funny.
It was good. It was good timing. But
All
yeah,
right.
it sucks. I love that bet. I did.
It is a
But
good one.
replacing it is the tight end parlay.
Well, just for this week. So I'm going to do one once a week is the plan. But this week I feel good about it. So a little tease. I'll do the tight end parlay later on. And
My
it'll be
one
great.
question, again, we'll get to it later in the show.
Yeah.
I just want the number of tight ends.
It's only 3.
Okay,
You'd
all
be
right.
proud of me. Only
Yeah,
3.
I actually am very
Yeah.
proud of you.
But
Yeah, growth.
the odds, Zook, plus 2,300, 3 tight ends. So I didn't go full chalk. I had some fun with it.
No,
So,
I love that.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
So we'll
Make
have
up
it later on.
the odds with the with the guy you pick.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Love
You,
that.
you got to go for it.
It's like a tight end pond. It's not that deep.
He's on one today. He's on one today, folks. Get
I see
ready.
what-
Get set.
I see what Big Web's talking about.
So again, you can get involved from the50.com. Also here on TikTok. We're live on the Weber Bets TikTok and From the 50 and on the From the 50 YouTube. So go ahead and comment along. Also, the phone lines are open, so you can hit the call button on FromThe50.com. You'll be right on the show with Big Web Zook and myself. No Nick Yale today. He is out. We did make this announcement on Fantasy Chat and on Weber Wednesdays, but since we're here live on Sundays, we're going to make it one more time, and then we'll move forward. Tolly is no longer with the program. Again,
R.I.P.
We love Tolly. It had to do with his day job. Schedule conflicts, a lot of things, so Tolly will not be able to join. Love Tolly, sucks, but wanted to tell the audience. So before we get into how we're going to handle his picks, you guys want to say anything about Tolly with the show?
I mean, absolutely. Tolly is a phenomenal gentleman. He's done a ton for the show week after week. He's going to be missed. And when we get big and famous, we'll hire you back.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, Tolly has been a big part of the show for 3 years. The show's been going 4 years. He joined, I think, either year 2 or year 3. But he's been a big part of it. Obviously, he'll still hopefully be involved in some capacity at some point. But for now, he's got to step away. So all good. We love Tolly and wish him the best. But for the picks, gentlemen. So we have a panel here, and this is very serious, where we have a board over here that says, I suck at picking football games.
Extremely.
If you get last place in this pick'em,
You don't want to be on that board.
I just realized I think that's the real reason he's no longer doing the show.
he's worried about signing the board again.
He didn't want to sign the board back-to-back years.
Yeah, and he's actually been having a good season. That's the thing, but I think he's worried that he's going to lose
No, he's
it.
in third place.
That's
He's doing
not
okay.
it. That's not
There's
it.
nothing worse than signing that board. I mean, I could lose every bet of the season.
can't
If
sign
I
that board.
sign that board, it's the worst thing in the world.
it
So
is.
anyway,
I don't think Zook and I will ever sign that board.
yeah, get ready. Big Web, second to last place. We'll get to the standings later on.
Well, I got an argument about that already, but continue.
All right, we will. So for Tolly's picks, since he can no longer be on the show this year, we need somebody to step in for him. And I thought, why not have the audience step in for him? So here's what we're going to do. We've been talking about it. I still don't know exactly what's going to happen because in typical From the 50 fashion, I think we let the show figure it out for itself. So what we're going to do is when we go through our picks, if you guys watch every week, you know how we do it. You're going to spam in the chat who you like. Big Web's going to do his best to tally the teams
Already got
that
the
are in the
official
TikTok chat.
paperwork going here.
There we go. We're gonna see who likes who, and whoever has the most votes for the audience in the TikTok and YouTube chat will get that pick and will be the picks for Tolly's week. Did I explain that right?
And I get that, and we're see these things fly through so much.
It's like a
so
slot machine.
fast.
Yeah.
So if we miss one, we miss one. You know what I mean? We'll just kind of give it a quick tally. Okay, this looks like this team. Boom.
Yeah.
But man, when we get to dogs and locks, that's gonna be tough.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard.
We'll try.
I guess.
I didn't think about that.
Who should be the commissioner of this? 'Cause I think
I think
whatever
me.
catches Big Web's eye, that's it.
What-
That's the pick.
I'm old, but I can catch this shit. You give me some dogs, give me some locks, and we'll jump on a couple.
If I was the audience, though, you being second last, do I really want you to be the guy to pick their pick?
Well, let's talk about second last whenever you're ready, because that's bogus right there.
Okay, all right.
Well, we'll still get the dogs and the locks from them, right?
That's correct.
Well,
yeah.
Oh, they're bringing them. We'll just got to pay close
We just have to
attention.
pick which one goes with what. That's basically what we're doing.
It'll work.
I'll try to be Big Web's deputy in chief.
Spotter. He's my spotter.
Yeah. There you go.
By the way, also in typical show fashion, real quick, give me a thumbs up from the 50 TikTok chat and Weber Bets TikTok chat. Let me know if the audio is working, if you can hear all of us through these mics. If not, I need to look at stuff. We got a brand new system. Like as I said, Wednesday it's going to help the show. I keep updating things. It seems like I update things every single week, but it helps the show. That's why I'm doing it. So anyway, just want to let you guys know. Got thumbs up everywhere. God bless you. Love it. Boys, week 7 of the NFL. We have, I don't know if we have a ton of storylines, really. It's just one of those weeks that I think could be the dogs barking. A lot of home dogs. Well, there were some home dogs. I guess I'm kind of looking at the board differently now, but it's pretty split. I feel like most of the time you get home teams to be, favorites, and it's a little different this week. It's a little different.
The old injury card is playing this week, and the fill-ins and the roster movement a little bit because of that is starting to really land right now. And we'll just dabble into one up there in New York. The Jets let Hardman go.
Yeah.
And,
he hasn't played all year, though, right?
I know, but here's the thing: this dude is always like a second.
Hardman?
He's always a second or third look, and fucking Zach Wilson can't look anywhere.
Here
You know
we
what
go,
I mean?
Zach Wilson hate again.
No,
I mean, just
no.
out of nowhere.
I don't think he's on the field.
No.
But find a way to
Big Web bingo card. Put
Yeah.
Zach Wilson on
Found
there.
a way to make this about Zach Wilson.
Yep.
But Hardman's his injury.
Cleveland Browns will be next.
His injury last year was just a groin. He came back from it. Everything's good. he's back to Kansas City. He's going to be fine. He's good.
Here's a storyline for you.
All right, let's hear
Big
it.
Web, your Browns have like the best defense in the NFL.
Thank you very much.
Starting them today in fantasy because the Cowboys are on bye.
Took so much shit for the Browns preseason.
And last week on Thursday,
Listen to me.
Wednesday night, Thursday.
Before
show.
we get into this, I'm gonna just say I put the clip out before you say what you're gonna say. You said P.J. Walker played football last week.
He did.
Do you know how bad he was last week?
No, 2 weeks ago he sucked.
No, last week he sucked.
Last
He had
week
2
he-
interceptions and like 161 yards. And he was like a 45% completion percentage, Big Web. P.J. Walker did not win that fucking game for the Browns.
He kept him in the game.
He didn't do anything.
He was a lot better than the week before.
A trash can could have done better. It doesn't matter. You
He's
put
already
anybody
a
at
true
quarterback.
Browns fan.
He's just like making excuses. It's bullshit. It's literally. Seriously, it
He's
is.
a lot better than the guy.
Bullshit. This is bullshit.
He's better than the guy with 2 names from 3 weeks ago. Let's just say that.
Okay, well, there you go. But the Browns are just not elite. Great defense. I'll give you that.
You can't say the Browns are not elite.
I just said it. I'll say it again. They're not elite.
The Browns thought they had a quarterback in Watson's, and then they went ahead and just played football, and they built the team on both sides of the ball. Watson sucks. Maybe he'll come back. Maybe today's his
Is
day.
he playing today?
I think he is
playing
coming
today.
back
Is he?
today.
He's
Playing
back.
today.
Okay,
Yeah.
that does change things for the Browns. And I'll be honest, I took the Browns. I got the Browns in some picks, but you with the Super Bowl contender stuff,
Win
just
the
take
division.
it easy.
They're going to win the
They're not
division.
going to win shit. Take it easy. Let's go to the chat here. You guys get involved here on TikTok. Big Web for commissioner. He is the oldest. There you go.
Had a baby.
I don't know if that's really that a baby. He called you the oldest.
That's
Which
okay.
is true. It's a fact.
I'm not arguing with that.
It's a little contentious this morning.
It really is. It
Yeah.
really is. I'm a Browns fan, and they are not elite. There you go.
Who said that?
Obi.
I agree with you, but they're going to win the division.
Okay. Because you have a bet on him?
Is that Obi?
Obi Moist Kenobi, I believe is the name.
Kenobi.
I didn't know if I saw the word moist. That's even funnier.
Name
Obi
of the
Moist
day. Name of the
Kenobi.
day so far.
That's good stuff.
I did a double take. I was like, is that say what I think it says?
one?
That's Big Web's favorite name of all time. I'll play it one more time.
Dirty skank with hemorrhoids. Did you see that one?
I love the out of context drops. Foreman, Gibbs, or Dylan today. It's from Enjoying Life Joe.
Is Gibbs healthy?
Gibbs is starting today. No Monty. Full go. I saw someone put earlier, Gibbs legacy game. You're damn right. It has to be today. If he doesn't perform.
What about the
and let me
hammy?
tell you something right now. I love the Lions. But if Craig Reynolds has the same amount of fucking snaps as Jahmyr Gibbs, I'm going to cry.
Reynolds
cry.
has injury too.
Is Reynolds hurt?
He's middle, questionable. He practiced.
It's Gibbs day. Gibbs
it's the
should.
Gibbs show.
It should be.
Gibbs has a hammy today,
But he's back full.
he
He's-
full practice Friday. I saw it.
Yeah, he'll be all right. But today, if he doesn't perform or if they don't use him enough, I'll be shocked because I don't know why they drafted him so high.
They need to.
Lamar or Purdy today? That's from the ATC, I believe. The ABC.
Lamar.
Yeah, I got to go Lamar. Let's get Lions defense. Who's San Francisco playing? The Vikings?
Yes.
I'd go Purdy against.
Is
the Vikings.
McCaffrey in today or tomorrow?
He's got the oblique.
They don't know.
Oblique
Yeah, it's
maybe.
like
Last minute.
I don't think
sorta.
he really practiced. 50-50, I'd say right
didn't
now.
practice till Saturday.
They are completely different without him, and Debo was also hurt last week.
He's out for sure for 2 weeks.
Debo's out for sure.
got a shoulder slight crack or something.
Real quick, fantasy, bad news for me, for my fantasy team. Kyron Williams put on the IR.
Yeah.
They said he
5
might not even
weeks.
miss this week, and then all of a sudden he's on the IR. I hate that
brutal.
shit. I hate that shit. So I actually did a great fantasy pickup. Everybody was on, who's the, Evans? Zach Evans is his
Yeah.
name? Was supposed to be the starter this week for the Rams. Now he's third string. So everybody, fantasy waiver wire, got him. Last night, I pick up Darrell Henderson. He's supposed to be the lead back today.
That's what I heard.
There you go. That's just what pros do, Zook. I mean, it's just the way it works.
What a great move there.
Great move. I just took it. You got to take chances. I didn't know that was going to happen. Today, this morning, the report was Henderson's taking the full go with a little bit of who's the backup? Royce
Freeman.
Royce Freeman.
Rolls-Royce.
But I picked him up. So if Kyron's out, I'm going to leave Kyron on the bench, and I'm actually benching them both today, and you'll see why later on for my picks. But I did like that pickup. It's
Inside connections you got.
pretty good. Got to do what I got to do. It's just that good. Morrow says Darius Slayton or M. Wilson.
Is his first name Tom
What?
Morrow?
Oh my God, I'm not even gonna give you a clap on that one. That's just brutal.
We'll talk about it the day after today.
Who's M. Wilson Zook? I have no idea who that is.
The guy Michael Wilson for the Cards.
Okay, I forgot his name. Well, I don't know the other guys, so take Darius Slayton, I guess. That is a deep league. That's got to be a 16-team league, no? I mean, that's
probably.
pretty brutal.
I would maybe go the other way. Jeez, that's tough.
Yeah, I don't know. Moss or Deontay? That's from Kelly. Deontay Johnson back today.
I'd still go Moss.
Yeah, I don't know about JT, man.
Dude, avoid. You just gotta avoid the Steelers at all costs.
Wow,
You have to. And like, even when he's gonna play, right? But like, what's his snap count like? You don't know.
Yeah.
They're coming off a bye, so they could be trying to implement some different things, and they're horrible. They don't really do anything well on offense.
Yeah.
So, like, I always think of fantasy football kind of like, like if you can't get caught too much up in the depth chart. Like, there'll be a guy in the 7th round. You're like, well, he's the starting running back on this team. Well, they rush for 60 yards a game. So,
right.
Even if he rushes
That doesn't
for
really
60,
say much. Yeah.
he still sucks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Coming from a guy that has Najee Harris too.
That he's been tough in fantasy for forever. Again, from the50.com is where all of our links are. We also want to give a shout out to our great sponsors, new sponsors, by the way. Second week with the show and with the Weber Bets community. Sharps, the better social network. Big Web, you ever wanted an app that is somewhere you can track your bets, track your parlays, but also you can track your friends' parlays and you can talk shit with everybody. It's a social community.
Absolutely. How much better can you brag when you got it right there on paper, when you got it right there showing you what everybody's doing?
Yeah, it's fun, and also the fact that you can talk with your friends and the whole community gets together and you're talking picks, you're tailing the same plays. It's just a fun community. There's not a lot of apps that do that. The Sharps app is the best. Honestly, I've been using this app for 2 weeks. Josh, the CEO over there, has been amazing with the way they've built this app. Again, it connects all your major sports books. So, there's been apps in the past that you pick the plays yourself on the platform. This connects DraftKings, FanDuel, BetMGM, whatever it is, and it brings the bets in there. All you got to do is share them, and it automatically counts your numbers. So you got your records, your percentages, everything. My record sucks because I do a lot of parlays. So, but it doesn't matter. If you're the legit straight bet guy and you want to see what your percentage is, you do that. If you want to be the parlay guy and communicate on the app, you can do that. It's just an awesome platform. It's a social network for sports bettors. You can join right now if you go to fromthe50.com. It's fromthe50.com. Click Join Weber Bets on Sharps, and you jump in right there. It goes to the App Store, helps the show out, and you guys can interact with me and Big Web today on the Sharps app. It's Sharps with a Z, the better social network. All right, boys. This is the important part of the show, the Pick'em standings. First place, TJ Weber, 27-13-2. 27-13-2. Gentlemen, that is... That's something. I mean, that's something to really look at and analyze.
Why is
I was checked out. I was texting my wife, getting my McDonald's order in. So
Save
could
that.
you run that back
Save
one
that
more
drive.
time?
You're going to make him say that shit again?
TJ Weber,
I
place.
know he really
First
wants
place,
to.
27-13-2. I mean, look, that number just is good. That's a good number.
Yeah, but what about the one right below it? That's not bad either.
Zach Zook, 26-14-2.
I'm concerned
Second
about
place.
the one below that.
Audience is 23-16-3.
And why are they ahead of a guy that's 23-17-2?
Well, tell me, how many losses do you have?
I only have 2 ties.
How many does the audience have?
I think less ties should go above.
No, more losses means you are lower. So the audience is 23-16-3, and
You're
way,
half game out.
Half game out, way down the standings. In 4th place is Big
Web. You're a
Web.
baseball guy.
Come on,
Audience
analytics, baby, analytics.
Audience tally, I'm coming to get you.
23, Big Web 23-17-2. He's in 4th and all the way down in last.
That's a board signer.
Nick Yale, 19-21-2. The only person on the panel under 500. You just hate to see that.
The panel is on fire. This is so far has been the best year of the panel, don't you think?
Oh, it's the best. Nick Yale in last place. You got to love it.
Well, thank you for that, dipshit.
You're welcome. You're quite welcome,
I think that's
sir.
my favorite.
That's the best drop out here. Absolutely. So that means, gentlemen, as far as the standings or the weekly picks went last week, I believe, if I go back to my little spreadsheet here.
Let's take a look.
Me, Zook, and now Audience went 6-1. Nick went 2-5. And
Yikes.
Big Web went 3-4. So Big Web's not your best week, but could have been worse.
I'll take it.
Okay. As far as the standings go, let me also just read this. TJ Weber, 6-0 on locks. 6-0 on locks, Big Web. I mean, that's something you got to talk
something to
about.
follow. Pay attention this today on his locks.
Let's see. As far as other locks, Nick is 4-2. That's shocking. The worst picker is 4-2 on locks. That's pretty good. Zook is 3-3. Big Web is 3-3, and Audience is 2-3-1. Dogs also got 3 great pickers with Dogs. I'm 4-2. Audience is 4-2, and Zook is 4-2. Nick and Big Web are both 2-4.
I think historically, like I'm sure we have the data and the analytics to back this up. Historically, I suck at picking the lock, but the dogs, I'm always way better at picking the dogs.
Dogs are barking, man.
Dogs
This
are
is.
barking.
This is a tough dog week this week, man.
This is a lot of
It's rough.
It is a lot of home dogs too. It's just there's a lot going on with these picks this week. I like it though. It's fun. It's really fun. Speaking of fun, let's get to our picks for this week. Again, I'm excited because we've been red hot as a panel. I know I've been talking about how great I am, and trust me, I'm great. But the audience and Zook
Trust
and
me,
Big
I'm
Web
great.
and me, don't worry about Nick. Everybody is on fire right
He goes, we knew I was gonna be good, but you schmucks carrying your weight,
It's
that's
incredible.
That's been the surprise.
I
That's
think that's what he
incredible.
just said. I really do.
now. You guys said it for me, you know. It's just
Yeah.
the way it is. All right, we got the picks for this week. Again, if you guys are new to the show, first of all, welcome. Give us a follow from the50.com. All of our links are on there. We're live every Sunday from 10:30 a.m. Central all the way until kickoff. We pick 4 games, including Sunday Night Football. We have our dogs, and we have our locks, and we have our toilet bowl game of the week. 7 picks every single week. And let's get into it. We have, first off, the Detroit Lions head off to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Big Web, I see the Ravens are -3.
I'm telling you right now, or you wanted me to check the line?
No.
for-
I did this 10
you
minutes
got
before the
that
show.
already.
I think
Okay.
we're good. Yep.
Yeah.
So here's my pick in this ball game. Last week, Justin Tucker kicked 6 field goals. Good for him.
Wow.
But you know what that means?
What does that mean?
Baltimore hasn't done shit in the red zone. That's what that means when the kickers kick at 6. Anyway, Baltimore defense here bragging about them giving up 6 touchdowns all year, but they haven't played anybody. Baltimore has not played anybody. Look for the Lions to go in that town and cover this ball game.
Again, real quick before Zook's pick, remember, audience, you are now a picker, so please put your pick every one we do here. So first, Lions and Ravens. Ravens -3. Put Lions or Ravens in the chat. Big Web will keep track of it, and we'll let you know. He'll let us know who the pick is for the audience. You guys are part of the panel now, baby, so put in your picks in the chat. All right.
The most blind guy has to see the. Okay, go ahead.
You wanted to do it.
I know I do. I'm trying.
Go ahead,
Got any
Zook.
binoculars?
I'm not going to pick against the Lions very often this year, but this is a spot for me.
Wow.
I think the Ravens are going to get it done at home, and I don't know, man. It feels like the Lions are just due to have a bit of a clunker. I don't know why. There's just a feel for it. I think that the Ravens offense might get back on track a little bit today.
Okay.
I think Lamar might give them some problems with his feet, and but the Lions offense can score too, man. Like I do agree with you, Big Web, how the Ravens the defense maybe is a little overvalued in the marketplace, but I think the Ravens are going to get it done and cover the 3. So I'll kind of zig when the rest of the world zags, and we'll just see what happens.
Nick Yale's going with Detroit. Thank you, Zook, because we might have a sweep. I'm also going with the Lions today. I have been the one Lions fan out there that has been worried week by week, and they've been proving me wrong. Today is one of those, I said the first 6 games, they could easily be 5-1 or 6-0. They probably should have beat Seattle. Here we are at 5-1. Now you got a tough schedule coming up. The Ravens are the first test. I think this is going to be a very good game. The fact that the Lions are underdogs is shocking the way they've been playing. At least if it was maybe half a point or 1.5, a full 3, I like that. I'm going to take Detroit. The big story is, can Gibbs do what Monty's been doing all season? Can he get the run game going? If he can't get the run game going, they're going to struggle today. Goff has been fantastic in the passing game, but they need that run game to give him play-action pass. I'll still take the Lions +3. They've been playing lights out. Super exciting season, and because of the 3, I'll take it. Big Web, what do the audience have?
The voting has stopped.
All right.
Detroit. They took Detroit.
Yeah, I
The
think so,
audience
too.
took Detroit.
Lions
That's what
officially
that's what I was looking.
the
A lot of
audience
Detroit.
pick. I like it. All right. So thank you, Zook, for no clean sweep.
Yeah, you're welcome. I make the sacrifice for the audience.
You do. You're just you're a company man is what you
Yeah.
are. You're a company man. All right, next one we have the Pittsburgh Steelers headed out to Los Angeles to take on the Rams. I believe the Steelers are getting a full 3.
I tell you right now that Pittsburgh, everybody knows great defense, crappy offense. The only way they win football games is if they keep everything so low, the score so low that they can still, their crappy offense can still score more points. It's usually around 10 to 17. I think the Rams got enough, even though their running back room looks like an orphanage. I think they're going to be fine. I think they're going to roll. They got enough guys to pass to,
What do you mean?
and they're going to make it happen. Give me the Rams here.
Zook?
That one's gonna be. We're gonna come back and use that throughout the season. The orphanage. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Rams here. Tomlin has these classic spots. This to me is not one of them. I was listening to some football on the way over to do the show and heard a stat. Steelers are 1-5 under Mike Tomlin after a bye against a team 500 or lower. I know it's kind of that's a lot.
That's
of,
like the weather at 2 o'clock on a Sunday thing.
But yeah, no, this has not been a classic Tomlin spot, especially with only catching was it 3 points?
3,
yeah,
yes.
He's only catching a couple points, so if it was like a touchdown, I'd take Tomlin here and the Steelers, but only -3, I'm going to take the Los Angeles Rams at home.
So, Mr. Nick Yale is going with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm also going with the Steelers today.
God bless you.
This seems like a spot that the Rams are going to struggle because they don't have any running backs. And I tell you what, Stafford, I've trusted in him week after week as a fantasy quarterback, as a bettor. He's won me some bets, but it hasn't been pretty. He doesn't look right, even with Cutback and Puka Nacua. They're moving the ball here and there, but Kyron last week, when they scored 30 points, had 157 yards on the ground. They need to run the ball.
Yeah.
And the fact that they don't have a lot of running backs right now and the Steelers' defense coming to town, I like this spot for Pittsburgh, at least to cover, but I think they might win the damn game. Give me the Steelers in this one.
Steelers, also to your point, TJ, one of the best traveling fan bases, and we always know going to SoFi, it's like a lot of fans go to those games.
Yep.
So I bet you that you'll see a lot of black and gold at that game today.
Absolutely. Big Web, we got an audience vote here.
Stop the picks.
All right.
Rams.
Rams is the audience pick.
Yes, they did.
Yes, audience. Yes.
All right. The Rams is the audience pick. Moving on, we have the Los Angeles Chargers heading out to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. And last time I saw, the Chiefs where are they at on my board here? Is it 2.5? No, it's more than that. 5.5. Sorry, 5.5.
Well, let me tell you something about them Chargers. The Chargers play up to the competition. They play down to the competition. If they're playing a shit team, they play like shit. And they're always close games, very close games. We always say Kansas City doesn't cover big spreads. Well, guess what? Kansas City, this is not a big spread. It's only 5.5 points. Kansas City's getting a lineman back from the Niners. This dude's name is Charles Omenihu.
Okay.
And he's a $16 million guy. Used to be a former Niners rusher. Is back today. He was on some kind of suspension.
Oh, it locked
Just
out
telling
on one
you guys
line.
right
I
there.
love it.
He's fine. Plus, McCole Hardman, like I told you earlier. Give me the Chiefs in this ball game.
All right. Zook.
McCole Hardman and
this
Michael...
offensive lineman no one's ever heard of.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
Omenahu.
Do it. $16 million man.
Man, this is a tough one. Divisional game. I'm just gonna go ahead and take the points here. Chargers historically, like to your point, Big Web, they play up to their competition. They play down to their competition. They do historically always play the Chiefs close, but I feel like you could kind of say that about anybody because doesn't it feel like they play the same game every week?
Yep.
It's like they're down a score late. You just hope it's 3, not 7.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm gonna hope for this week. And man, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility for the Chargers to get a win here today at home. Off a pretty tough.
It's in Kansas
tough
City,
loss.
no? I think in
What's
Kansas
it?
City?
Don't you have it? You have it on the board.
It is in L.A.
Yeah.
We got this wrong on the board. Yep, it is in L.A.
Well, how's that
You got
fucking?
it there.
Wait,
You
how's
got
that
it right.
possible?
At
Yeah,
the
how is
Chargers.
that? How is that possible?
That can't be.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Chargers
check
and
it.
Rams.
I'm gonna check
I
it.
think it's in Kansas City, boys.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take the Chargers regardless, and
Yes, it is in
hope that they can cover the spread.
It is in Kansas City. Nick is going to go ahead and go with the Kansas City Chiefs. By the way, before my pick, Zook and I now are opposite on the first 3. I got Kansas City. This is big for the first place here. I either stay or Zook takes at least a 2-game lead on me at this point. I'm going to take the Chiefs here. Don't like the 5.5. I did think about the Chargers a lot, but here's the deal. The Chiefs have kind of been embarrassed at times by the Chargers because they have this back and forth kind of rivalry, division rivalry. I think Mahomes wants to light it up today at home. This one tells me at least a touchdown. I think the Chargers are going to struggle. They have struggled this year. I'm taking Kansas City minus the 5.5. Tough number, but I like it.
They have a much better they're such a different style this year, the Chiefs are, don't you think? Like they're like a defensive team this year. It's kind of strange, but I think it's gonna serve them well come playoff time. Watching them, they just haven't done it with the eye test for me. I feel like I've been against the Chiefs a lot this year. It's not. I think it's still a really, really good football team. I don't know. I can't eat some of these numbers.
Big Web, what does the audience have?
The audience had the Kansas City Chiefs.
All right, Chiefs. Not a clean sweep. Zook again on an island. Call him Gilligan,
Wow.
bitch.
Gilligan bitch.
We got a
Gilligan
chance
bitch.
here for some big moves either way. It's gonna be interesting. All right, we go to the next one. We got Sunday Night Football, and probably, am I wrong, the best game of the season so far?
Ooh, it's up there.
Could
It's
be a
up
good
there,
game.
right?
Yes, sir.
Miami and the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Eagles are -3. The Dolphins getting points. Is it the first time this season? I wouldn't be shocked.
They probably got points against the Bills,
Okay,
What you
yeah,
think?
you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah.
Yeah.
and they got
Super
crushed in
Bowl
that game.
contenders here.
This
Is that
could
what
be
it
a
is?
Super Bowl
Could be
preview,
a Super Bowl
maybe?
preview. You never know. You never know. I'll tell you what, Philly really hasn't played anybody this year if you really want to look at the games. And also the Dolphins haven't played anybody. And then when they played Buffalo, they got beat. And then last week, I called the Jets a good football team. Philly lost to a good football team in the Jets last week. This is going to be a hell of a game. But I like the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins have played a tougher schedule so far than Philadelphia. Give me the fish.
Zook.
You know, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Eagles here. Not because I don't not because I don't like Miami as a team. I think the Eagles off of the loss are gonna come out with their hair on fire a little bit, and until I see Miami do it against a good team, like you talked about how the Eagles haven't played anybody. Go look at Miami's schedule.
Yeah.
They played like the Broncos and the
Right.
Patriots,
Yeah.
and so it's like
It's fun.
when now that we're getting sort of the full season picture, as fun as Miami has been, they've done it against a lot of really bad defenses. So like, until I see them do it against a good team, I'm so intrigued to watch the game, because if they like push around the Eagles defense or running the ball and Raheem Mostert's all over the place, like watch out, man, because that's one of the better defenses in football. But till they do that, I can't ride with them. I can't do it. I'm gonna take the Eagles.
Nick Yale's going with Miami. This is going to be an interesting week. Zook and I are now opposite on the first 4 picks. I'm taking the Dolphins here. It's plain and simple. You have one of the best offenses in the NFL, arguably one of the best teams in the NFL, 3 points. It's hard not to take them in this game. But Zook, I've thought about exactly what you said. It's hard. I can't believe we're opposite on the first 4. I'm going to go ahead and take Miami here, but it's going to be a close game. It's going to be a close one. But here's the thing. You're right. Because when they finally had competition against the Bills, they got their ass kicked. I hope McDaniel learned something from that, and I hope this is a field goal game like I expect.
Yeah.
Here's the deal I'm thinking. Dolphins have a high-powered offense, so does Philly. To me, though, Philly likes to run the ball. They like to slowly get on the field. Miami's not that way. They're explosive. So if they get down early, they can come back. If Philly gets down early, they can come back, but it's a different type of situation for them.
Philly definitely needs to run the ball this week. Like, they totally got away from it and just started playing buddy ball with the receivers, and that's why they blew the lead and lost last week. So I will see if they learned from their mistakes.
What do we got from the audience, Big Web?
Miami.
Wow. Call him Gilligan, bitch. He's another
island.
That's 3, I believe.
I don't like at that point though. It's a little too much. Like, you always feel good if you're on one island. I don't know about every freaking game.
It's getting a little nerve-wracking. It's a fun week, though. It could be a fun week. All right, next one, we got the Toilet Bowl game of the week. We got the Las Vegas Raiders at the Chicago Bears. The Bears are plus 2.5.
Tyson Badgett is starting this football game.
Yes, he
He's
is.
a Division II quarterback.
My Bears friends nicknamed him Teabag.
Teabag.
I haven't heard that one yet. That's good.
He came in the game last week and had 2 turnovers. He didn't throw too bad, but he had 2 turnovers. I think he's going to be more nervous than a whore in church. Give me the Raiders.
Zook.
I'll take the Raiders too. I actually thought the Bears were intriguing in this spot, but like, no Justin Fields, I don't know, it makes me nervous. So I'll take the Raiders. They desperately need a win too. So I think they're going to come out and play hard.
Nick is going with the Bears, and I'm going with the Bears. We are now opposite on the first 5. I like Chicago here. This game is going to be kind of crappy, but I tell you what, I think Tyson Badgett, they had talks for a while at how bad Justin Fields was playing, that he would take over as starter. So they do like his talent enough that they were mentioning bringing him in. That was obviously rumors, but he didn't look bad last week. It was his first game having to take over Fields. He's got a lot of weapons still there. It's at home, at Soldier Field. Vegas sucks. So, I kind of like this where the Bears could win a game. I think the 2.5 is... I take this as a money line play, really. I mean, the 2.5 is just icing on the cake, but I like the Bears in this game. I think they'll win. Wild. But it's a good toilet bowl game. This is not a great game, but it could be a good cover game.
Of a toilet bowl game. Yes,
yeah.
sir.
What does the audience have?
They have the Raiders.
I have the Raiders. Okay. I don't like this. I think me and Nick are on the same picks everywhere right now, and he's in last place by a mile, so this sucks. All right, we got our dogs, Big Web. What do you got?
Okay, but
Okay, real quick.
Yeah. Audience.
Go ahead, Big Web.
Okay, so here's how we pick dogs. You guys it's got to be a dog getting points.
Yeah.
So take a look at the lines, guys, and throw in whatever, guys and girls, throw in what you think is the best dog of the day, and we'll watch the board closely and see if we can pick up on the most voted.
Yeah, if you can too, because I know people are asking other questions, but if you can put the plus points, we'll know you're listening to the pick. So do your pick plus whatever as your lock. Put it in the chat right now, and we'll try to vote. Okay, go ahead, Big Web.
There's a lot of teams I looked at for dogs this week, and I was very close to the Dolphins, to taking the Dolphins in that football game as a dog because they're getting a smidgen of points.
A smidgen.
But I got a feeling about these Lions today, plus 3.5 at Baltimore. Baltimore hadn't been home for 4 weeks. I know all that shit, but the Lions are there to play football, and they're getting a field goal in the hook. Give me the Lions.
Zook.
Guys, with all the teams on bye, I am having the hardest time finding a dog. But I think what I might go ahead and do is swallow 6.5 with the Vikings on Monday Night Football and see if they can cover at US Bank. I think that again, TJ, now you and I have talked about it. Vikings are dead. I don't think they know it though. They still play. They still play really hard. They cover some spreads and they're still winning football games. So, I'll take the Vikings to look a lot better than they did against the Bears, and hope that maybe the Niners don't have McCaffrey tomorrow. Yeah. I think that's a pretty likely possibility.
Yeah, I don't hate that, and 6.5 is good with the Niners without McCaffrey. Even if you take that risk, I think it's not a bad number. Nick is going to go ahead and take the Atlanta Falcons today against the Bucs plus 2.5. I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers and double up. I like this spot for Pittsburgh. It's just one of those games I think that they can win. I don't think the Rams are that good, and they don't have a running game. So I'm going to go ahead and take Pittsburgh plus 3. Big Web, what does the audience have?
What does that guy say? Don't something, but that's a lock?
Don't know how Detroit's a dog, but that's a lock.
Okay, so that takes it.
Lions?
Detroit is the dog.
All right, audience takes Detroit as the dog. Now we go to our locks of the week. Audience, same thing. They got to be less points or negative points. So pick a dog in the chat as well. Big Web, what do we got here for you?
Those Kansas City Chiefs, we talked about them earlier. I think they're going to make it happen today. I don't think the Chargers are going to be able to keep it close within 10. I like the Chiefs.
Zook.
I am going to take the Bucs at home against the Falcons. They're minus less than a field goal. I think the Bucs again, I think they're a decent football team. If you look at the Falcons too this year, they've been a much better team at home than they have been on the road. Ritter has been dreadful whenever they've had to get on a plane to go anywhere. So I'm going to take the Bucs. That defense I think is going to give the Falcons offense a hard time. The Falcons, when they have been successful on offense, it's running the ball, right, with Algier and Bijan Robinson. Mm-hmm. That Bucs defense, they do not allow anybody to run the football on them with Vita Vea and that front seven. So I'll take the Bucs to cover 2.5.
Nick is going with San Francisco. This is wild. So Nick's lock and Zook's dog are opposite. Zook's lock and Nick's dog are opposite. That's pretty wild. He's taking San Francisco.
I'll tell you what, I feel a lot better about the Bucs pick than I do the Vikings pick. The Vikings pick I don't feel that confident in. I don't like many of the dogs up there, and I didn't want to double down.
You think it's a spot? Here's where I think it's a spot. I'm tripling down on the Pittsburgh Steelers today.
Wow.
I'm doing it. Listen,
He's going to hate Matt Canada by 3
I have
o'clock.
trusted my gut all year, and it's gotten me to 27-13-2. And this, when I was looking at this board this week, the Pittsburgh Steelers kept bing, bing, bing popping out at me. I think this rushing attack for the Rams is a problem for a man. I think they're going to just struggle today. here's the thing. You need to get to Stafford. TJ Watt's going to do his thing. They got to get pressure. If they can get pressure, the run game's going to do nothing. If they can make sure that the passing game, Kupp doesn't go off for 150, Puka Nacua doesn't go off for 150, they're going to win this football game. I like the Pittsburgh Steelers today. I'm going for it. You got to take shots in this panel. Give me the Steelers tripling up, baby.
That's a risk on top of the board, but good for you. See
I
what
like
happens.
it. Audience, what do we got, Big Web?
You won't believe this. They like Denver.
What?
They're like Denver for a lock.
I'm sorry?
That's what we saw.
Are they favorites today?
No.
No, they're +1 against the Packers at home.
Denver. You sure you read that right?
+1.
I trust you.
We can scroll back, but that's all I saw.
Hawk is Denver over Green Bay. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he doesn't like the underdogs either. It would appear that way, but he picked a dog.
You guys got it. You guys got Denver if you want Denver. There you go. All right. There's our picks for the week. Very interesting. Very interesting. Me
You
and
and
Zook,
Zook.
complete opposite almost. I'm tripling down on a team. It's getting good. It's getting good here in week 7. You guys can get involved from the50.com, from the 50 here on TikTok. Also, we're live on the YouTube page. Again, all the links on fromthe50.com. Shout out to our other sponsor, Parlay Play. It's DFS platform for player prop parlays. Say that 5 times fast.
Probably.
DFS platform for player prop parlays. Again, it's one of those apps that's dedicated to them. I've been able to hit a lot on them actually the last 2 weeks. I got my tight end parlay I'm going to talk about here later on. But check out Parlay Play. Join via the link on fromthe50.com or use code FT50 when signing up. You get $5 in free play just for signing up for the app. You don't have to deposit anything, nothing. $5 of free play. But we give you a $100 deposit match on the code if you use our code FT50 or use our link on fromthe50.com. Again, as I said, it's an easy to use platform. I use it a lot for NFL picks, but they got MLB, NHL, NBA all over the place. It's a lot of fun, easy to use, and I've been locked in on that with my parlays. Again, the difference between parlay or same game parlays and stuff like on FanDuel and DraftKings, they have all the picks. They have a lot to deal with. Parlay Play is mainly just player prop parlays. You get different types of lines and things, pass attempts, rushing attempts, catches. There's a lot of things you can do to win. So go check it out right now. Parlay Play online from the50.com. Use our link today. $5 free play and $100 deposit match.
You know what I like doing that? Both teams score 10 points. It gives you a nice little bunch. It's another play,
Right.
but most games go over that, and then you got a little bit more smidgen on your money.
No, so this is just player props though. So you're
This is not a team prop.
Correct. Mainly just player props. So if you like DJ Moore to get 5 receptions and then you like Lamar Jackson to run for 85 yards, you would parlay those together. But they have lines and numbers and bets that FanDuel and DraftKings don't have. Like there's just a lot of differential. And they're both great apps, but it's just something different. So go check it out. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. All right, let's get to some questions here. Also, the phone lines are open from the50.com. Hit the call button. Let's see. Bills, Bucks, Raiders, Seahawks money line. That's from Tyler. Bills, Bucks, Raiders, Seahawks. I disagree with the Raiders.
I disagree with the Bucks.
Zook likes the Bucks today. We're all over the place.
Bucks might be one of my favorite picks today.
Cardinal,
I've
Seahawks.
got those other 3.
Seahawks money line's got to be like minus 500. They're minus 9.5 now.
It's going to be.
So I like the Seahawks. It's just, minus almost 10 points. It's just tough.
That is tough. Absolutely.
Other guys get paid too.
Yeah, 100%. Let's see. Take Raiders 5 sacks. That's from Johnny Parlay.
Rookie quarterback. You got that big old ugly guy. In
That's
front.
actually a solid. That's a solid move.
Don't hate that.
Yeah, you get a young guy. It's probably going to hold the ball. Raiders actually have a pretty awesome pass rush with Max Crosby, and not as mobile. Bagent not as mobile as Fields, obviously. So
Yeah.
Crosby might get 2 himself.
yeah.
Andy says Latavius Murray, Mason, who I think is the backup for San Francisco, Mitchell, who's the other backup for San Francisco, Jay McLaughlin, choose 2. You're getting tough there with 2 backup running backs, and McCaffrey still might play. I would probably go with McLaughlin and Murray then, just to be safe. Zook, that's just my idea.
I would play, I think, Mason and McLaughlin. And here's my reasoning for picking one of the Niners guys. It's tough because, I don't know if we fully know that Mason's going to get the work over Mitchell, but that would be my guess. And even if McCaffrey plays, right, I do not think he's going to get the full complement, with his injury. The Niners have to be thinking about January and February
Right.
too, right? Because they're probably the betting favorite in the NFC to represent the NFC. So like I think Mason gets some touches or whoever the backup ends up being. I think the backup ends up getting some touches regardless. So like even if McCaffrey plays, I'd expect Jordan Mason to get like eight touches still.
But it's like, do you trust that they're going to go with Mason the full go and not go back and forth with Mitchell? That's the only problem.
I don't like if that's the tough thing about it. But then you're also betting like if McCaffrey doesn't play, which like. He hasn't practiced much. He's got an oblique injury.
Too much risk. Like you said, they're a team that is a Super Bowl favorite at this point. You have to be.
It's a high risk. It's kind of like a high risk, high reward play. But I like that over like Latavius Murray. I mean,
I'm starting Murray, but because I got injuries and I got bye weeks this week, so
it kind of depends on the rest of your team too. Yeah, if you're like, I just need a guy to get me like 6-7 points and not destroy my week, then do that. But if you're looking for a guy that's maybe going to get you 15 to 20 out of that group, I think the biggest one that could get you that would be McLaughlin and Mason.
Captain Fat, how's Big Web today?
Captain Fat.
Gotta love Captain Fat. Hey, what was for breakfast today, Captain Fat?
There you go. Let's see. Godwin, Pittman Jr., and Hollywood. Which two are you picking? That's from Tyler. How did Hollywood do last week? Was he had a couple good weeks, and I feel like he did nothing last week.
Yeah, not great. I mean, the Cards as an offense weren't great last week. But I'd pick him. Well, I don't know. It's against Seahawks defense. I'm not entirely sure. I would definitely take Godwin. I like Godwin today, and I would probably go Pittman Jr.
Yeah, I'll go with Godwin and Pittman as well. Let's see. Oh, Captain Fat said he said apple sugar donuts, Big Web.
Nice.
That sounds pretty. What the fuck is that? That
Fat's
sounds
got
pretty
it
good.
Fucking going on.
That's good. That sounds really good.
That sounds good. I've never heard of that though. It's like a what do you call it? Not an apple turnover, but like a
crisp.
No,
donut.
I don't know. Nobody cares. It's fine. I tried. I can't think of
Fat,
the damn thing.
He's got the right thing. How many of those puppies did you take down, Captain
Send them
Fat?
on over, man. Yeah, let's go. Sam says Kareem Hunt or Royce Freeman today.
Hunt.
Yeah, I'm going to go Kareem. I just can't try. I think Darrell Henderson's the guy with the Rams today. I also think they're going to get shut down. I take
Fritter.
Kareem Hunt.
That guy's
Fritter,
all
that's
over
what it was. Yeah,
Fritter.
that's what I meant.
You know, Captain Fat, one thing, what do you do when the baker has a bad day?
Hold on, let me get my joke button ready. Go ahead.
Buda Baker. Buda Baker's back today, baby. He's back.
Is he actually still on the team?
Cardinals. He's back for the Cardinals today.
They also designated Kyler
Really?
to return. Yeah.
Wow. Good luck, Cardinals.
Yeah.
Enjoying life. Joe says, do we all agree Detroit gets a 1 or 2 seed and gets a home playoff game? Dude, I don't even want to put that into the universe right now. I just want to make the playoffs, win the division. Here's the thing. If you want my honest opinion, I don't think they're better than San Francisco. I don't think they're better than Philly. Could they get there?
Well, they get a home playoff game if they win the division, regardless.
Oh, yeah, one game. I guess I'm thinking home playoffs or home field advantage throughout the playoffs.
That, yeah.
But I'm telling you what, if I had to bet on it, I'd say no. I'm very confident they're playing great, but the schedule gets a lot harder starting today.
You just want to get them in. Look at them. I just want to get them in.
Just get in the playoffs. Let's not talk about Super Bowl. I made a post this week. I was very cocky. I said, when's the last time we talked about Week 7, the Lions being 5-1? This is fucking awesome. But honestly, it's still a long way to go. Like, that's the thing. Let's just get there. Let's keep winning games.
Today's a big day. It'll mean a lot today if they can pull that off on the road.
You want my honest opinion? When I'll start getting cocky when they hit 10 wins. Like, even up to 9, you can still lose the rest of the season and be 9-8, and it's still not enough. Give me 10 wins, and then I'll start being cocky. It's just 5-1's great, but we gotta get there. You just gotta get there. That's my thing. That's it. What are we thinking about Mecole Hardman's fantasy output this week? That's from Captain Fat. Yeah, Mecole Hardman, like Big Web said, back in the Kansas City jersey. Do you really think he makes a big impact, Big Web?
I think he's going to do something. I really do. I think he's ready to make something happen. He doesn't like what was said about him up there. A lot of people said he's injury prone. He was on this week and said, I'm not injury prone. He goes, I had one injury, and it was a groin injury, and I had to have surgery. Other than that, he played straight for 3 years.
It seemed like he just didn't work with the Jets. Like, the Jets had their guys. They brought in Lazard. They brought in Cobb, and that was it. And then, obviously, Garrett Wilson.
If Aaron Rodgers was there, he would have been just fine because Aaron Rodgers can look around the field and find guys.
Not your favorite guy.
Don't get me started on Mr. Wilson.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you see this guy's going to the Philly Dolphins game?
Really?
Nice.
Yeah. It's going to be a good game.
Send us a video, dude.
Yeah.
At from the 50.
That'll be a fun one. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, send us we'll put you on the Instagram for sure. Definitely on the stories. I might make a post. Do it. Send us a DM or something. That'd be awesome. Andy says Logan Thomas or Kyle Pitts today. Little preview for you guys. Logan Thomas is in my touchdown parlay today.
Wow,
So I'm going to go with that and say
wow.
Logan Thomas. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I don't hate it. Yeah, I'll go Thomas also.
Sam Howell likes Logan Thomas. That's my
He
whole
does.
thing. He did have a tough week last week, but a lot of tight ends are streaky. So
Thomas
I'm
is
gonna
out
go
there
with
too.
Thomas.
Like with my PFF work, I think I did. It was a week or maybe 2 weeks ago. I had the Commanders for something, and he's on the field like every play. Like,
Yeah.
every pass play.
He's their
running
number one
around.
guy.
So like, yeah, he's out there.
So Joe says, what other platform are you on? So we're on TikTok on From the 50 and Weber Bets, and then we're also on YouTube on From the 50. All the links on FromThe50.com and WeberBets.com. Raider Nation says, need 2. Jacobs, Ayuk, Mostert, 1 point PPR. Pick 2. I'm going to go Mostert for sure, and then I probably would take Jacob Zook. I don't know. Actually, what's the matchup? Bears. I'll take Ayuk instead. Ayuk and Mostert.
Will you?
Yeah, I'm going to take Jacobs out today.
Jacobs and Ayuk.
You know what?
Mostert's in tough against Philly.
I'll go ahead and agree with you because the Philly secondary is bad.
Yeah. And also, Mostert's been dynamite, and especially he's got no other running backs there. That's the only thing. That's why I think he's a must-start at this point. I don't know.
And if McCaffrey doesn't play, you got to think of about like they're gonna have to lean on the pass a little more.
Yeah.
So I like Ayuk.
Absolutely agree. Let's see, Pittman or Metcalf. That's from Rick.
I like
Metcalf
Metcalf today.
Yeah, DK is the play. And do you think
Well, that's
Metcalf
a
will
poem.
start? Is he hurt today? I didn't know he was injured.
Let me check.
We'll get back to you on that. Rick.
I don't think he. I think he's gonna play.
Zook thinks she's going to play.
I'll check for sure though for you. This is the service that we provide on this show.
Yeah, we have insiders, which means we look it up on Twitter. Waddle or Flowers today? It's from Trax.
You should always water your flowers, just if you want to keep them going.
God, just shake your head, Zook. I do the same thing, man. I will go ahead and take Waddle today. I think if Philly does get up, they're going to have to play catch up, and they're going to be throwing a lot of passes today. So give me Waddle. I think it's a higher ceiling.
Oh, they say he is a true game time decision. Metcalf is.
Ooh,
today.
then don't go with Metcalf. Then
That's
be
tough.
safe
And it's
about it,
It's
man.
a 3:00 game too, and your other option is at noon. I'm pretty sure Colts Browns. So
Yeah.
that's tough, dude. You can run the gambit and risk it for the biscuit, or just go safe with Pittman. Again, I always think that decisions like that, you need, like, it depends on your roster, it depends on your team, and like how good your team is.
And also, like, I mean, it's not that much of a difference between Metcalf and Pittman at this point. So if you're really worried about the injury, start Pittman. Be safe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And could DK play and go off for 20 points? Sure, but you got to take risks. It's fantasy football. That's the way it works.
Yep.
Let's see. Purdy or Love today? It's from Jesse. Purdy playing the Vikings.
Go Purdy.
Who's Love playing? Packers are playing the Broncos. It's in Denver. They suck anyway. I guess Purdy. I don't know. I think Kirk might win that game on Monday night at Big Web. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about Blow me, Kirk.
Right.
Yeah, my favorite idiot.
Yeah. Patriots already eliminated from the playoffs and it's October. That's from Lakers 2024.
Yeah. Different times in New England, man.
Apparently, did you hear today? I saw on NFL Network. I wasn't sure how this figured out. They said that Belichick's job actually could be in jeopardy.
Well,
and then
that's
there's
what I was
another
gonna
report he
ask
signed
you.
an extension.
Oh,
apparently.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
before the
Last
season.
offseason he signed
Yeah.
one.
Well, that's what I was actually going to bring that up to you since we're talking Pats. Do you guys think he could actually lose his job this year? Because the talk is getting like kind of loud.
But like, I guess if they want like a fresh restart, I think that's where they are. But there's a rumor that he already signed an extension like quietly. That's what was on NFL Network this morning.
Well, and
so.
not that you should, as an organization, keep a coach for this reason, but like the all-time wins record is looming. Like he's getting
really?
very close.
What's the number? Like,
I don't know exactly what it is. I've heard people talking about it quite a bit this year as like a reason that they can maybe hang on to him for another year or two. Because I think he's like within, like, it's not like he's 5 years away from it. It's like if they do okay. But I tell you what, at the rate they're fucking going, it might be a while.
they might have to make a change at this point. But you want my hot take, like my first take? I'm gonna do my first take audition here. Does Bill Belichick coach anywhere else after he leaves New England?
Yeah,
You think so?
Oh
Yeah,
my God!
actually?
I think it'd be perfect for him if he went to like the Chargers or something and turned him into a football team.
Yeah.
he needs to go somewhere with some talent. I think New England is depleted.
I think he's done. Hang it up, man. Like,
Really?
He's like, what, in his 70s now? I know football coaches are different, man.
I think he does
Some-
one more.
You think he wants more? You
He's
think he wants to
I think
prove
he
it out
does. I think
Brady?
he does one more job. I don't know if he's successful at said job, but I mean, dude, like he's a football junkie. Those guys don't know anything else. And if he goes out in New England like fired,
Yeah.
you know the chip on his shoulder, like from even still, like from all the Jets shit and the Brown stuff. Like
Yeah.
he's got a ton chip on his shoulder.
It's like Parcells. It's like Tony La Russa. He's got the respect already from the league
And
the players. He'll find somebody's going to throw a bunch of money at him even after retirement and go, dude, give me a year or two.
Think
Yeah.
about if you're like a bad team too, or like a team that just like needs a spark, like needs an adult.
You need-
like,
you need
or
butts
like
in
the
the
like the
seats.
Panthers or the Bears. Like you don't think
The
that they
Bears.
wouldn't throw a ton of money at Bill Belichick?
Yeah,
to
I
say,
know, but
dude,
like
come coach our team.
He's
To get
I mean,
asses in the seats.
He's getting close to like one of the oldest coaches to ever coach. Who's the oldest coach in NFL history?
Tom Landry probably.
I mean, I don't know. Was like Lombardi in like his 80s? I don't
was old,
fucking
too.
know.
I,
Like,
he was old,
I
too.
couldn't tell you.
his Bill's in his 70s. No, at least late 60s. I don't know how old he is, but
Also too, I'm not saying it would go well. I'm just saying if you're asking me, I think he coaches after the Pats, especially if the Pats like fired him at the end of this year. I
Yeah.
think he coaches again.
Yeah.
for sure.
I just wonder if that's going to happen because I feel like he's at a point where he's like, I've done it all. I mean, I'm arguably the best coach of all time. I've won 6 Super Bowls. Like, time to like enjoy my life. But I guess, I mean, again, football coaches are wired different, man. I'm not sure. Let's see what we got. Look at his record and you find
Yeah.
out he's truly trash. That's from Larry.
Well, yeah, it's a good point because he's below 500 coach without Brady, but that's also like 2 decades of kicking ass and taking names.
I mean,
so,
that
like,
could be any coach not
Yeah.
getting the right quarterback. It could be. I mean, Andy Reid's had a long record,
No,
but if he doesn't have Mahomes,
he's
you
still
know
one
what
of
I
the
mean.
greatest coaches of all time. It's like, well,
Right.
look at Bill Walsh without Joe Montana.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's
But
so many arguments with
But
it.
it is like I still think it's a thing. Like it's a good point. Like, but I think that you give any coach Mac Jones, I don't think they're doing that well.
Yep. Big Web, were you gonna say something?
So this is weird. 69 years old.
Nice.
Bruce Arians, also 69 years old. Dick Vermeil from the Rams.
Yeah, was he in his 70s? Vermeil was pretty old. That's true.
It said oldest while coaching 69.
So Bill will be the oldest if he coaches next season. Then sounds like. So Landry and Lombardi were not that old, I guess.
You're only on number 9 though.
I know. This.
Oh, you're saying it's
Tom Coughlin, 69. Why did he all say
Scroll to
69?
number 1 there.
Yeah. Well, we got a number 1 there.
Let's get to number 1.
Yeah. You guys get involved from the50.com. Get involved.
Marv Levy's number 3. George Hallis, number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And the number 1 oldest coach,
bag.
Romeo Crennel,
Really?
How old?
73 years old.
Okay.
Man.
Bill could
Wouldn't have
beat
guessed
that. If he really wants to stay, he could beat it. I'm just curious on that. Let's see. Brady won without Bill. It's from Douglas. I get it, but I'm not going to get into the debate. There's so much more football to talk. But at the same time, everybody followed him. They loaded up that team in Tampa and just said, Bill also helped him get to the point he was. They would not have won without each other. I truly believe that. Anyway, nobody cares.
It's just the duo. One
It's just
of
the
the best
duo.
of all time. I mean, I agree with Douglas, but yeah.
Seattle coach is old. Yeah, Pete's up there too. That's a good one. Let's see what we got. Do I start DJ Moore or Zay Flowers today?
Rookie quarterback.
I still think a rookie quarterback leans on a top receiver. I'm going to go DJ Moore today.
Yeah.
He just got a higher ceiling. I know he dropped off after 49 points 2 weeks ago last week, but I still think he's the better pick, Big Web. I don't know.
We'll see. I don't agree.
So you say Flowers.
I say Flowers.
I don't agree.
I don't agree.
That was very polite.
Yeah, it was.
That's trying to rhyme.
Yeah.
Jacob says start 2. Joshua Palmer, James Cook, Brian Robinson. Tough. I still think Latavius Murray might be starting to be the goal line back for the Bills. I'm going to go ahead and take Josh Palmer.
Yeah.
I guess I take
B-Rob?
James Cook over B-Rob. It's tough there, too.
Yeah, I really love Brian Robinson as a player, but it doesn't seem like they can block it up. And then too, the Commanders. Like I've been out on Robinson ever since they passed it like 55 times in a row.
Yeah,
on
that's what I'm saying.
Thursday night or whatever. Like, that's
Sam
crazy.
Howell. Sam Howell over passing yard bets right now are on fire.
Yeah.
He is just. All over the place. Nick, for the love of God, quit spamming the chat. I'll take James Cook. Now, goodbye. Just kidding, man. Just good God almighty. Quit fucking doing that. I hate that shit. Honestly, it doesn't work because I keep reading them, but, like, just go away. I love you. Thanks for watching the show, but my God, quit spamming the chat. Tom says, Kyle Pitts or Darrell Henderson for flex spot. Darrell Henderson's probably going to be the guy I go with Pitts, though. He's got the higher ceiling today. Never bought a jersey in my life, but now rocking the Hutch jersey this year myself. That's from Larry. That's a damn good jersey, man.
What a player.
Hutch is the man. I can't believe the Jaguars passed on him. Thank you very much. That's perfect marriage there, the Lions and Hutchinson. Evans or Aaron Jones? That's from Tyler. Mike Evans, I guess? Or Aaron Jones?
Well, the problem is, like...
Oh, no, that's Evans. Zach Evans? You got to let us know which one.
Yeah, let us know which one. But I'm going to look and see the availability
I guess it's Zach
of Jones.
Evans if it's running back. If it's Zach Evans, go with Jones because Zach Evans is supposed to be the third-string running back now for the Rams. Fantasy, Mike Evans, he said. Okay, go with Mike Evans then. That's what I think.
Hey, TJ.
Yeah.
I have the bettors, the Big Web faithful have 24 minutes to place this bet.
Okay.
And I really think I can pad some wallets, so I'd like to jump
Let's
in.
do it.
All right, beautiful. Guys, we bought some points. We bought a lot of points on a lot of teams. We're going 7 deep. 7-way parlay. He says he's going to lose already. Look at him, Zook. Look at him. Guys, pay close attention. Look at these numbers. Las Vegas Raiders -2.5 at the Bears with our second-string quarterback.
Done already.
Cleveland -2.5 at the Colts.
With a backup quarterback.
Backup quarterback. Seahawks -2.5 with the Cardinals coming to town.
I like that one.
With a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Dolphins +3.5 at the Eagles.
Is that
Starting
right?
quarterback.
Detroit.
That's what's going to sink you.
Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions +7.5.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs -2.5. Just less than
I like
a field
that.
goal against
Yeah,
the
it's
Chargers.
good.
Buffalo Bills -2.5 against the Patriots.
Okay.
Just -2.5. 53 pays 1,010. Guys, rewind that sucker and put something down on
Or
it.
take $53 and burn it. Either one. Your call. No, it's good. 7-leg parlay, Big Web. Come on now.
It's deep. It's deep. I'm telling you.
I'll tell you. Good luck with that.
Thank you very
That's
much.
good.
Is that right?
I think it's going to hit.
If it hits, I'm going to buy both you guys a yacht or a Tonka truck. one
All
or the
right.
Wow.
I'll take it. Either or. That's good.
other. I'll pick.
All right. There we go. Sounds good.
I liked it. You should have just stuck with the backup QBs, though.
Yeah.
Maybe we can still do
Yeah.
that.
Good luck, Big Web. My picks today, real quick. I did tease the tight end parlay, Zook. I like this one a lot. I really do like
All
this
right.
one.
Lay it on me.
3
I fucking
legs.
knew. By the way, I'm already looking at one of them. I
You knew it was
this
coming.
guy was going to be
You knew
in
it was coming.
Yeah.
We got the 3-leg parlay. $5 pays $143. It's plus 27.63. 3 tight ends need to get in the end zone. The first one is my guy Sam Laporta for the Detroit Lions at the Baltimore Ravens. He is a red zone guy. Goff loves him, and he's plus 270 anytime tutty today. I know St. Brown's back. I know that they got Jameson Williams, but he's a deep threat, so give me Sam Laporta. I like him a lot here. Logan Thomas, plus 330 anytime touchdown. Plus 330. Let me tell you something right now. Washington throws the ball a lot, and Sam Howell likes Logan Thomas. He had 2 points last week in fantasy, or 1 point. I get it. But it's different this week because he lit it up 2 weeks ago, got 2 touchdowns. He looks for him in the red zone. Give me Logan Thomas. And finally, the chalk of all chalk, Travis Kelce minus 125. He's going up against the Chargers. Doesn't matter who he plays. He's always a threat to score. Those 3, Sam Laporta, Logan Thomas, Travis Kelce, plus 27.63.
I was going to say, there's got to be huge odds.
It's massive, but it's gettable. $5 pays $143 on National Tight Ends Day, Big Web.
Nice.
Love it. I love it.
I like it a
you
lot.
got good reasons all the way through.
Yeah, I think that one could work. I really do. National Tight End Day, let's fucking go. I like it.
The only thing I'll say is Ravens have given up the least amount of fantasy points in the NFL this year to tight ends.
Really? Yeah. That's a good stat. I didn't know about that one, but
Because I was going to play my guy Sammy in the flex this week and couldn't after looking at that.
I think having Gibbs in, though, will help goal line opportunities for Laporta because Gibbs is more of a, he's got to break one for a touchdown or get a pass. They don't have Montgomery kind of being the bulldozer today, so I think they're going to look for two guys. St. Brown's number one, obviously, but Laporta's a close second. So I think that's
what about a little too? Since you don't have the battering ram of Monty, what about a little tight end motion sneak with Laporta into the end zone?
Little shovel pass action,
Yeah.
little Travis Kelce shovel pass from Mahomes. I like that a lot.
You can do that.
But I think those three, it makes it fun. It's also not impossible, and the odds are fucking awesome. So why not? Go for it. $5 pays you almost $150. And then I got a 4-leg parlay real quick, and then I'll shut up about my picks. We got 4 legs, $15 pays $225. I got the Bucks against the Falcons. I really like that one.
Could happen.
Commanders against the Giants. I really like that one.
Could happen.
Lions against the Ravens. I like that one. Plus money. And
Gonna
the
happen.
Steelers are my favorite pick today. Plus 130. So
Good luck.
plus 1405. Big Web doesn't.
You're
like
gonna
it.
hate Matt Canada.
You think Pittsburgh's gonna get rocked today?
Yeah, I do.
I really don't.
Not rocked.
Okay.
Their defense is, I think, if it's not the Browns, I think the Steelers might have one of the best defenses in the NFL.
Yeah, that's my point without the running
the
game
best.
today. With
Like
the
they're
Rams.
incredible. Like when you watch the lack of complementary football that the offense plays too, like the fact that they keep them, it's remarkable watching their defense.
Yeah, for
they
sure.
They're phenomenal.
Douglas says all those guys plus money except for Kelce. Kelsey's the only one minus 125. In the defense of that though, most anytime touchdown bets are plus money because touchdowns are hard to score.
Well,
so like
especially
it's not
tight ends.
The odds are just that's the way the odds work. So that's why the payout's so good. But I mean, I love a good tight end parlay. I know Zook does, and it's
I
National
love a
Tight
good
End
tight
Day.
end parlay.
So you had to do it.
I'm glad that bet's back. We did a lot with those last year. You did a lot with them last
Oh
year.
yeah, I did
I'm
hit
a
a
huge
couple.
fan.
It's
of
a lot of
TJ's
fun.
Tight end.
It's electric. It's so much fun.
Da, 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 da.
There you go. So good luck.
What was the one last year you almost hit? Didn't you have like a
you
7 or 8
almost hit.
last year?
Yeah, I
And
almost hit.
Only
You know
like
when you
If I had
almost
some, I
hit-
almost said I'd be here for an hour and a half talking about those bets.
you had one though that was like 8 on like National Tight End Day, and like only one didn't score.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I think it would have paid like $2,000 or something on $1 or something like that. Yeah, I love tight end bets. It's fun. It's they're good red zone
I went to high
targets.
school with her.
What's that?
Tight end bets. She was really nice.
God.
Sorry.
Jay says Eagles rush for 200 plus today. Wow.
They gotta run.
DeAndre Swift a must start today. I mean, he's got to be the way he's been.
Yeah, he is anyways. But like
Productive.
I watched most of the Eagles game last weekend. That was my main takeaway. Why they lost is they just they said fuck it and just dropped back every pass, and they let them climb back into the game, man, and it bit them.
Yeah. Yeah, they're one of those teams they have to dictate how the clock runs. They can come back. They have the firepower to do it, but they're usually a team that controls the clock.
They just and they didn't do a good job of that last week. Like they were up pretty big on the Jets. They could have just leaned on the run and got out of there with a win, and they just kept throwing it, turning the ball over. Yeah, I think you see an adjustment in the game plan. I agree with Jay though. I don't know about 200 plus, but they're going to run the ball.
We're going to go ahead and read our standings for the from the 50 Pick'em on CBSSports.com, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Appreciate you guys tuning in today. John Jameson in first place, leading the pack at 58 total. I mean, he's been on fire. 58 points for him. I'm in second.
58 in 6 weeks. That's
pretty damn good.
That's really good.
That's
Really damn good. I'm in second with 55. Amanda is in third with 53, also tied with Kendall and Rodrigo. Both have 53. Kay, Matthew, and Terrence all have 52. And a lot of people have 51. Too many names to read. Big Web is on that list, though. So
There you go.
that's top 10. That's going to do it, boys, for Week 7. I mean, that's been a hell of a show. Interesting week with picks. This is going to be a lot of shit talk either way between me and Zook next week. Very much opposite. Let's go Steelers. I don't do a lot of triple downs. It's just when a game talks to me, I got to listen to it. And if they lose today by 1 million, then we're going to have to reset and have a meeting between the panel.
Do you know what Big Web texted me?
What's that?
That he teased that at the beginning of the show. He thought you were going to triple down on the Lions.
Oh, wow.
I
Really?
was right about the triple down.
I kind of agreed with him there. But
Yeah.
yeah. You ended up
Usually
going-
that
you
is
ended up
my
going
play,
Steelers.
but
No, you decided to triple down on Matt Canada.
There you go. There you go.
I like to keep it
I was
spicy.
halfway
you know?
there with
Yeah.
the telepathy.
There might be the bitching hour might come back.
The
today.
bitching hour might be live tonight, depending on how the Steelers do at 3 o'clock. But the thing is, when you feel a game, you got to go for it.
You do.
But the thing is, you guys are usually right. The Lions are usually my play because of a lot of reasons, being a fan as well. But today, I agree with Zook. Unfortunately, the last 2 weeks have been very much, and this might just be the Lions fandom in me waiting for a drop-off. And I feel like now this is a week where I like them. I took them in parlays today. Don't get me wrong.
And we both rode with them against the Bucs last week when you and I both were like, I don't know about that game.
They keep proving people wrong, including
They do.
own Lions fans. But listen, like I'm trying to pick for the audience. I'm trying to make money for the audience. I just think the Steelers are a better play today. That's just my honest opinion. People might say I'm crazy, but you got to be different than Vegas. That's just the way it is. So anyway, that's what we got today. Big Web, Zook, any last minute thoughts?
Just to review the Thursday night show we did Wednesday Weber Wednesdays on Thursday.
Yep.
We did have 6-point teaser that day that I threw out to the audience. I'm going to throw it out one more time. Bills -3, Cleveland +3, Seahawks -1.5, and the Niners -0.5 point. That is the teaser. 140 pays 504.
All right,
That's a
there
good
we go. Zook, any last minute thoughts this week?
If the Steelers cover, I will apologize to you next week.
All right,
because
sounds
I've talked
good.
a lot of shit about them here this morning, and if your triple down hits, I will apologize, and I'll apologize to Matt Canada too.
I want to wish you the best of luck this week because this is massive between you and me
It
this
is.
week.
You know what? Normally though, like we'll bill something like this, and it's like one of us will win 4, the other one will win 3.
Yes.
First and
Nothing really
second.
changes.
First and second going at
First and second, one of us is going to drop heavily. I would imagine whoever loses this week, like the majority, we could also split 500. But if one of us goes off and the other one goes down, we could go down 3 spots. I mean, it could
Yeah,
be
so
crazy.
we're like completely like diametrically opposed this week.
And the problem is I am matched up with Nick like all over the place, so that is not great.
Yeah, that's never good.
Never a good thing. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today for Week 7. Again, we're live every Sunday from 10:30 a.m. CT all the way up until kickoff, live on Tuesdays for Fantasy Chat with me and Nick Yale, and sometimes Zook as well. And then Weber Wednesdays with me and Big Web. You can find all of our links online from the50.com. For Zook, for Big Web, for Nick Yale and TJ Weber saying so long. We'll see you guys next week. Take it easy. Peace.